Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, hi. So today's video I'm going to be doing an update on my postpartum life. So I am currently 2 months postpartum right now, and before I begin this video, the baby is right here because he doesn't want me to put him down. I can't put him down. If I put him down right now, he's going to start crying and have to start all over again. So we're just going to film it this way. You can't really see him, so that's good. So I have my journal right here with me. So I have every single thing that I'm going to be talking about in here. So if you hear him cooing, just know he's right here on my lap. So let's begin with the first thing. How is postpartum? Well, I don't know. It feels normal. Nothing's happening. It's just there. I feel the same. I just have more acne now than before. My skin is trying to adjust. I don't know if my skin is adjusting because of the postpartum or the IUD, because I got an IUD, so I don't know which is which. It's there. There's nothing there. Am I depressed? Well, no, but I've had my sad days, of course. I've had my low days, so yeah. I just have to push through. I've obviously cried a lot because I felt overwhelmed. I felt like I was doing everything by myself. I just felt like I needed more, but it's fine. I feel like everything is calm now. I'm adjusting more now. But anyways, so how are my feelings? Like I said, sometimes I'm fine, sometimes I'm sad, but I don't know if it's the IUD that is talking or it's actually the postpartum. I don't know, or if I'm just tired from the lack of sleep, or I don't know. So sometimes I'm okay, sometimes I'm just like there, I'm in between. Then sometimes I'm like sad, but it depends. But I try my best to make sure I am always happy so that I don't fall into any form of depression. I just try to look for something to do, or try and film videos or make TikToks and stuff. But these days it's been different, or kind of hard for me to film / do anything productive because he sleeps during the day. So when he sleeps during the day, I am sleeping too. Then at night he's awake. So technically that's mostly it. So I can't really film at night. You know, how does it feel to be a mom? It feels good. It feels like a blessing. I am happy that God has blessed me with a child and more to come. I am very happy. People tell me how easy I make it look. I've gotten that comment a lot from my own parents and from his family. His family, they kept saying, they're like, you make it look so easy. His mom said, she was like, you make it look so easy. Like compared to my first time, I was a wreck. Like everybody has been telling me, his brother commented me, his sister-in-law, everybody, I'm like, you've been doing such a good job, you're doing everything so well. I'm like, thank you. They're like, you are meant to be a mother. I'm like, thank you. That's a very good compliment, because I don't know, I don't feel like it's hard. I feel like it's okay. I don't feel like it's that hard. I don't feel like it's as hard as people make it feel. They're like, oh, when you be a mother, this will stop happening, this, you have sleepless nights. Yeah, obviously you're going to have sleepless nights. You have a child. Yeah, you have more responsibilities, of course, but don't make it feel like it's the worst thing ever. Like people just make it like it's so hard, it's so bad, it's so this. They exaggerate it so much. The same way people are exaggerating, or to me, I felt like people were exaggerating the whole pregnancy stuff. Then from there they exaggerated the whole labor and delivery stuff. It became natural to me. I think so. I think everything just became natural to me, so I thank God for that. Some people have it harder, yes, of course. Some people just exaggerate, even though that one wasn't that hard. But I'm so happy I'm part of the people that everything is coming naturally to me. Body bounce back. I feel like my body is back to normal. I have lost all the weight. Before I got pregnant, I was 184 pounds. Yeah, and I think I've gone back to 184. I think last time I checked I was 182. Sorry, I was 182 or 183. I'm back to normal. My tummy just looks more darker than before because obviously, of course, it's stretched. Then of course my boobs grew a lot bigger because of the milk and all. I don't feel too cautious of my body. I just feel like, oh, my tummy obviously looks darker because obviously I had a child. Then my bum went down. It reduced. It used to be bigger than the way it is now, but it's fine. I know it will come back. I'm still trying to adjust to the whole breastfeeding part. Breastfeeding has been there before. It wasn't painful. Like, you know how somebody's just like talking on the same thing constantly. Someone is talking on the same thing constantly all the single time. It's going to obviously start becoming uncomfortable and raw. So I am happy that I have nipple butter right here. So this has been nice to have because sometimes it just feels so dry. So sometimes before I feed him, I will just put it on so that it doesn't really affect my nips. It's not painful. It's like there's lube because, like I said, he's sucking on it constantly, and now that he's eating a lot, he's gaining more weight, so he needs to eat more. And I still pump, so I use it sometimes when I pump. And also, yeah, about breastfeeding, if you don't have this is called Haka. They call it Haka. Yeah, if you don't have it, you should buy it. Like, this is useful mostly when you're breastfeeding on one side and the other one is like falling out, so just catches the let down. So just catches the let down. I just used this recently, so I haven't watched it. Anyways, this catches the let down, and every time I do it twice, and I get like a full bottle using this when I'm feeding him on just one side, and I just put it on the other side. It fills up the next bottle. Okay, hair loss. Well, I just took out my braids a week ago, so I feel like my hair fell out here on this side, but besides that, I feel like everything's normal. So postpartum care. Okay, so I have my postpartum basket right here next to me. It's what I used after I gave birth. I made the basket I think like 2 days before I gave birth, and I just kept it on the toilets, the top of the toilet, like the back of the toilet. I don't know, but I have it right here. I'm trying to see how to stretch it to it. Okay, so this is my postpartum basket that I have. Some things are not in it anymore because I have used all of it, of course. So let me just show you what I had like in the basket and what I am currently using. So he allowed me to drop him, so let me quickly film this first part. Okay, so I had 4 of this, came with my Feed Mom kit. I used 3 and this is the last one. The hospital gave me like a lot, so I used the instant cooling pads from the hospital. So panty liners, I used this before I gave birth and I'm currently using it now because sometimes I'm spotting, sometimes I'm not, so I'm like, let me just use it just for extra freshness and just in case I am spotting or I start bleeding, because my period comes off and on these days. So I have this one. Then I have some pads with me. I only have 3 left. I need to go buy more. I have some pads with me. I have the Always, I don't know, but it's Always. So I just have 3 recently because like I said, my period comes and goes, so I have been wearing them. Sometimes I wear the liner, so I just switch in between because sometimes I'm like, I'll wear this and nothing will come up, so I just have it just in case. I did get cooling pads, like the medicated pads, like Tox. So this is the second tub that I got. I took some from the hospital and this is the second one I got after I gave birth. I had stitches, if you didn't know. I had stitches, so this helped to cool the area. So one came with my Feed Mom, I finished that one. Then the hospital one, I finished that one. So this one, so this one's still left. This is the Target brand. Yeah, I also have a spray to help cool, like you put it, like you spray it on your pad or your cooling liner or anything. So this brand was what the hospital gave me. So this is the second bottle that I have. So the hospital gave me this one. And I also have Dermoplast, literally about to finish. So I have the Dermoplast, and this one also helps with pain, burn and itching. Just release pain from minor cuts, scrapes, burns, sunburns and bug bites. This is how it looks like. I just got one just in case. I got this before I gave birth, just in my hospital bag, I'm not sure, but yeah. I used the Perry bottle, which is right here. The hospital gave me one. It wasn't really efficient, the one that the hospital provided, just a straight tube. It didn't really function very well. This one was useful because of the angle. It was very useful because if I sit down, I can spray it and to like go everywhere. And believe me, it was very useful, very useful. Because I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to ruin my stitches, so I didn't touch anything down there. I was like, no, let me not touch anything. So let me just leave it alone. So yeah, I had that. Then I had flushable wipes. This is like the 3rd one I'm using. So because everywhere, just like I said, I don't want to touch anything too much. Just like swipe. Then for my skin, I use the Mother's Stretch Marks lotion on my tummy. Then I also used bio oil on my tummy too. I realized I finished it. I was looking for it, so yeah, I used that also on my tummy. Then I used my waist trainer for a few days. I think I just like, I'll use it sometimes, I won't use it sometimes. I just said, oh, it's fine, everything will be fine. I just left it alone. I think that's basically it for my postpartum care. Then yeah, technically that's all. I didn't really do much. Oh yeah, then I also had the seat bath. I kept it away. I used that thing like, let's say 5 times. The hospital provided for me. I'll Google a picture and post it on here. So that's how it is. You just put warm water inside, you sit down for like 10 minutes, so it will like help you just like rinse everything. Some people say they use added salt, but my own hospital told me to just use pure water. How did my dog react? He's okay, he just wants to sniff him sometimes, but he's fine. I just don't like the fact that my dog sheds a lot. If you have seen some of my videos, you see dog hair all over my body. I don't like the fact that he sheds a lot. If you see this room right now, his fur is everywhere, and I just cleaned it like some days ago. His fur is everywhere, so I don't like the fact that sometimes I'll see it on my child's body or close to my child's mouth. I'm like, no, because when he starts to crawl, I don't want that at all. But anyways, I will see how that goes when that time comes. How was my 6 weeks postpartum checkup? Well, my 6-week postpartum checkup led to my IUD. So everything was fine, the weight was fine. They always ask about depression. They make sure they always ask about depression. They will tell me, many people come, are you okay? Are you getting enough help? Are you getting enough sleep? If you need help, you can go to a group, you can do this, you can do that, which is good because obviously they don't want you to hurt your child or hurt yourself or snap at your child or snap at yourself or snap at anybody. So yeah. Okay, so the husband came to take the child away. Let me finish. Baby's growth. His last checkup was when he was 6 weeks. His next checkup will be in like 2 weeks time. When they checked, he gained so much weight. When they checked the other time, he was 12 pounds, so he gained so much pounds. He was born at 7 pounds, so now he's 12, but now I know he's obviously bigger because he has gained so much weight, because that was 6 weeks ago. Oh sorry, what am I saying? 2 weeks ago. So now he has another checkup in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll vlog that because then they're going to give him his shot. But let's see. You said you got stitches. How has that healed? Now my stitches healed nicely according to my doctor. She said everything healed nicely, that it looks like I didn't really get any stitches, but to me I still feel like I can feel the stitches. Not like feel it physically, but I can feel like, oh, I was stitched up, you know. Even though it has been like 2 months, I still feel like I don't want to, just do anything because I don't feel comfortable, because I feel like the stitches, blah blah blah. It just feels weird. Let me just say it like that. It just feels weird. I don't want to do nothing. I don't have the vibe for it. Did my period come back or is just IUD bleeding? That's the thing. I don't know if it's IUD or period, whichever. I just know that I'm bleeding. I'm not even paying attention. I know that I'm just bleeding and everything's fine. How is the baby? He is fine. He is cranky now for the past 2 days. Yesterday and today he has been acting up. Can hear he has just been acting different because weather, it's hot, so he has been crying most times because it's how hot it is. I'll give him a bath, he's still hot, he's still crying. I'll feed him, carry him, do this, check every part of his body to see if he's okay, but he just wants to be on diapers. So yeah, but everything is fine. I have to end the video quickly because he's crying and obviously my husband doesn't really know what to do too much. Okay, so he was just hungry, so obviously my husband brought him back to me. But yeah, I think that's all I have for today's video. I really don't have that much to talk about or to say. I just wanted to give you guys an update about the whole postpartum life. And yeah, you can probably hear him eat. Let me show you. He's eating, so I'm not going to disturb him too much. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.